Toyota GAZOO Racing continues to rise to challenges around the world, carving a name for itself and winning fans across Asia. On the 16th of December 2017, at the Chang International Circuit in Buriram, Thailand, Toyota GAZOO Racing Team Asia took on the daunting challenge of the Thailand Super Endurance race 600 minutes. From its very inception, Toyota GAZOO Racing Asia has been on a mission to foster a culture and love for motorsports throughout Asia, discovering and developing young drivers in the process. The race that loomed was set to be and would become a significant milestone for Toyota GAZOO Racing Team Asia. The machine of choice? A Toyota Corolla Altis, specially tuned by TRD for the rigors of the Super Endurance race. From across Asia, 4 young and talented drivers were chosen to take control of this machine. Hailing from the Philippines, Thailand, Indonesia and Malaysia, the 4 drivers were raring to take on the Thailand Super Endurance race 600 minutes. But of course, an introduction to the drivers. There's 21-year-old Thiravet Hakpibun from Thailand. Then there's 25-year-old Damas Agil Ramadhani, a member of Toyota Team Indonesia. 27-year-old Malaysian Mark Darwin. And finally, 20-year-old Daniel Miranda from the Philippines. Drivers who are currently the top competitors in their respective countries for one-make races. In addition to these members, the team comprised of head coach Mr. Natavut Charuin Sukawat, team director Mr. Sutipong Samitacha, and mechanics from TRD Thailand, who took charge of the entire team, comprising of 20 people, taking part in the Thailand Super Endurance race 600 minutes. This race was to be a moment that would go down in the team's history. With the intent of honing teamwork, driving skills, and developing various racing strategies that would become key to the entire team competing as a cohesive unit, the team assembled at the Bella Villa Cabana Hotel, located near Pattaya, Thailand, on the 20th of November 2017.
They are all a good racer because some they have a lot of experience about the race. It's more than 10 years. The some is more than 4 years. I'm very happy to see them have a good performance. So we have to wait and see about this program. I hope in the near future, maybe we are very successful for this program.
The first 2 days were packed with lectures, practice and reflection sessions at the Bira International Circuit. And most people would agree that it was just as tiring as racing. Opened in 1985, Bira International Circuit has been part of Thailand's racing scene from its early years. It was here that the first phase of training took place. Originally named after Thai Prince Pirapong Panude Panuban, it is a relatively short track at 2.41 kilometers, but was sufficient for training. They lived, laughed, and learned together. The entire team, drivers and the various crew members included, lived under one roof, strengthening the bonds of the team as they came to understand the machines and one another. The strategies and tactics for the race were refined. On the final day, the team embarked on a 5.5-hour journey to the Chang International Circuit, practicing with the car that was to be used come race day. Once this last training session was over, the next time the team would see one another would be on the day of the race. If there was a time to nail the details down, it was now. While fine-tuning both pit work and the car settings, the drivers also attacked the course with the sort of conviction and the pace expected of them come race day. Balance. A balance between raw speed and finesse. The drivers learned about the importance of this balance when competing in an endurance race. To push their machine without breaking it. An important lesson for young drivers who are often eager to go out guns blazing. With everything being a fresh challenge for the young drivers, patience and teamwork would be the most important qualities of all. To go fast without breaking the machine, and to keep in mind that an endurance race can't be won on the raw skill of a single driver. After this day of training, the race awaited the team. On this day, Toyota GAZOO Racing's training continued late into the evening. This is the kind of hard work that builds up to a victory. And after witnessing such determination, Mr. Natavut made a pledge to continue helping in the development. There was a quiet confidence that could be felt from the team members' subtle smiles at the end of training. With the hard work done, the race beckoned a month from this moment. The big day was finally upon the team. The Thailand Super Endurance 600 minutes at the Chang International Circuit stood before the team. A field of 55 competitors divided into 3 classes: D2, D3 and D4, depending on engine specifications. Team Asia's Corolla Altis was classified in D3. Their car, number 238, was in a good position for the race by qualifying 11th overall and 5th in the D3 class with strong team spirit. A battle of skill, wits and grit that would span 10 hours was about to begin. In the pit, the final revision of strategies and mechanical tune-ups were made as the excitement steadily increased. As the flag-off crept slowly but surely, the emotions began to simmer, waiting to reach boiling point. December 16, 2017, 10 a.m. At long last, the wheels of the 55 cars finally began rolling, but the race hadn't begun yet. As the cars picked up speed, they settled down and fell into position as they made their way around the track. The Thailand Super Endurance 600 minutes was to kick off as a rolling start. Turning the final corner before the race began, the 55 engines seemed to quieten down as they rolled towards the start. The tension in the air could be cut with a knife. Fellow drivers waiting for their turn and crew members held their breath in anticipation. The engines roared as the cars and their drivers were given the flag off. 10 hours of racing had begun, a test of skill and endurance. Toyota GAZOO Racing Team Asia's 4 young drivers held their own throughout the race and steadily gained their position with no spin or pit error. With 540 minutes down, the team found themselves first in the D3 class and 5th overall. Then they were struck by misfortune as the car's clutch system was stricken by mechanical issues. Despite the best efforts of the pit crew, more than 10 minutes passed before the team was back on track. But they proved they were no pushovers and battled back from the setback, finishing 2nd in the D3 class and 7th overall. A very respectable result. The team had proven itself worthy of Toyota GAZOO Racing's name. The 4 young drivers had done both the team and their home countries proud. And from this result, the team will continue working hard, honing the skills to build on the result of the Thailand Super Endurance 600 minutes. With the team performing above and beyond expectations on its first outing, Toyota GAZOO Racing Asia will continue on its mission to discover and nurture young talents from across the region, looking towards future milestones for the Team Asia Challenge program.